Welcome back to the channel. So this is Tarani, UX UI designer. Today we are going to see how you can create a UX UI designer resume. Don't get scared. This resume has necessary information, but how do you feel looking at this resume? So as a hiring manager, won't you feel loaded with lots of information? Because we do mistakes in filling all the content we have structured to pages. Let's first understand what a resume is for. Your resume alone is very unlikely to get you the job. So before going into any further, let's make sure we have covered what the core purpose of a resume is. A well-crafted CV significantly increases your chance of getting picked out from the initial pool of applications. It will be reviewed by a hiring manager in a matter of seconds rather than minutes. So always start with the basics. First is contact details. Highlight your name and profession. Make all the basic information visible. So put your full name, give your contact info, include the email ID and phone number. Make sure your email ID is so professional. There is no need for your address unless you are applying in a country where you'll need a visa. Include the links to your portfolio sites, blogs, and professional social media accounts like LinkedIn, Behance, and Dribbble. Also include the short bio. It's totally optional. Write a concise, brief introduction of yourself. In it, emphasize your attitude towards UX design and what do you think about it and how you approach it. Second is work experience. List your professional experience in reverse chronological order. So create a structure and use the same formatting for thematically identical elements. This will help recruiters to identify what is workplace, what is your position, and the informations like the name of the company or project, your role in the company or project, duration of the project or time at the company, and also the achievements that you have done. And coming to next, education. Beginners should emphasize this section more in their UX resume. As they probably don't have enough projects to list, do not limit the education section only to college or schools. So include some boot camps or the courses as well. Also show achievements and knowledge gained in the form of a certificate because this shows the extra effort and interest of yours. The next will be skills. Skills don't need too much explanation. A list of tools or software is self-explanatory. So, however, displaying them in a logical order is so important. Obviously, a lot depends on the job description and the position you are applying for. So, if it's a hybrid UX UI position, you will need to list skills for each role. List all the design tools you know how to use, and usually the job description mentions what the company is looking for, and there are usually no surprises there. Figma, XD, or Sketch, or a few more design tools, whatever you know, it should be there. Then finally, keep it short. Trim your resume down to one page. Hiring managers won't spend more than a couple of minutes or even less going through the CVs. So if a UX designer resume takes longer to scan, recruiters get lost in the content. So that's just a waste of time for them. Let's see two different set of resume samples now. So this resume has all the information I just mentioned, but can you see what's missing and why it's not attracting you? It has a lot of bullet points which is eye crunchy and blocks of plain text, lack of visual hierarchy. This tells more about you as a designer than the text. And bad typeface has been used, so choose a great font, my designer friend. So, and highlighted skills and experience which doesn't match the requirements might also be a wrong impression of your resume. And check the job description and highlight the relevant skills and experience in your CV. And there is no link to online portfolio in this resume, so keep all these in mind. So we need to check the visual elements and hierarchy that has been used. So let me show you two more resumes just to see how you feel about that. This is one, and here is another. Yes, it looks clean and straightforward. I can see the major information that is required for me to judge the resume easily. It's not taking a lot of my time to decide, and I'm really attracted. Let's see how you can visually improve yours too. Space comes at a premium. A resume has limited space, and you will also want to add plenty of white space to make sure it looks neat. This means that you must use your real estate wisely. So, write specifically for the role you are targeting. Delete all the irrelevant info. Then set a color scheme. Keep the color palette clean and simple. Use two colors at most or different shades of gray. So, another common method is to match the colors of your UX portfolio and your resume. So, it's a nice touch that will make everything look tight. And then typography. Emphasize key points with various font weights, different fonts or the shades. Also check your fonts on various brightness settings to make sure that they are legible. You should consider matching your portfolio's typography for the polished feel. Though italics could work sometimes, often they make resume look tacky and busy, so it's better to avoid the italic fonts. You can check these three sites for UX designer resume templates. So one is Resume Genius if you are looking for a more generic type of a resume, and the second one is Mock Plus. This prototyping tool lets you prototype your resume and iterate on it based on testing. And the third one will be template.net. Select file format, Illustrator, InDesign, Keynote, anything for more than 25,000 ready-made templates. Coming to the conclusion now, an important skill for designer is the power to analyze, simplify and organize information. And your UX design resume itself is an opportunity to show these soft skills all by keeping things brief. A concise document will also allow the hiring manager to quickly understand your work background and what skills you offer, making it easier for them to put your resume in their callback pile. So all the best. Don't forget to subscribe to get more design related content. Bye bye. We'll meet you all in the next video.